Good morning, everybody. It's Thursday, and we are back out on a familiar property. We got a lot of work to do out here over the next 2 days. Got Big Munch with me. I got the 120 with the TMC Cancela mulcher on it, and so yeah, let's just go ahead and get into what we got to do. And we're going to be doing a bunch of little small projects, mulching projects, mostly trail making all over the property. I'll take you guys around to each little section that we're going to do, and we'll go ahead and get started. All right, so like I said, got the 120 TMC Cancela, just sharpened the teeth, put some grease in this thing. It is chilly out this morning. It got down, it froze over last night, the first freeze of the year since back early in the year, in like January or February. So I used to call it the first freeze of this fall. So right over there is where I did those last 3 straight days, just mulching, doing all that clear cutting, mulching back over in there on that side of the property. There's a ditch right here that runs through here. So we're gonna go around we're gonna go around this way, around the other side of this ditch. We've got to create about a 40-foot wide lane that connects this trail right here to the other side. If we've got time, we're gonna clear this whole block too. We may go ahead and get to start that maybe tomorrow if we can get done with these trails today. So let's drive on around over here and we'll take a look at what we got. All right, so the first thing we want to do here is the owner wants to make a trail through here, basically just following those stack of pines. So we came through this trail, the truck's right over there. There's a little trail that goes around that ditch, crosses right over there at that corner on the property line. And then so we're gonna just basically cut a line right down these pines through here, right along that line there to where it intersect it to the trail on the other side, because basically this makes a square and we're just going to cut straight through. And we're going to go over about 40 feet or so is what we're going to do. So we'll see where that is. All the bigger trees are staying, but the rest of this little stuff's going to come down. So let's get started. right, you can see the trail there through the end. I got to straighten it out just a little bit coming out onto the main trail, but it's there. So yep, it's super dusty out here. We haven't had rain in a good while. As a matter of fact, the county has instituted a burn ban right now because it is so dry, and we don't have a lot of humidity out right now. It froze over last night, but there wasn't a lot of frost on my truck this morning, so it's very dry, and it's almost too dry. It's so dusty out here, it's almost a pain. So the machine's gonna be a mess today, but that is what it is. I wish it was a little wetter, but out here, too wet can be a bad thing, because when it gets wet out here, it gets wet. Last time I was out here, I came to pick up the skid steer. I got stuck twice trying to just get to the trailer out here and hook up to the trailer and get the trailer out of here. I got the truck stuck twice and had to use the skid steer to pull me out. So we'll have this done here not too much longer, and we'll be on to the next thing. All right, so I made this trail through here. This is not 40 feet. It's probably about somewhere between, it's probably about 16, 18 feet. I'm gonna let him look at it first before I go the full 40. Now, if he wants me to go the full 40, I can. Obviously, this didn't take that long to make, so if he wants to make it wider, but I've had a pretty good idea of what these guys want to do in here in some spots, and I think this may serve their purposes. But if they do, if he wants to go wider for whatever reason, obviously we can do that, no problem. That run is, I don't even think that's 100 feet, if that. I mean, it might be 100 feet, but it ain't far. And obviously this material in here is pretty light. You know, I could, you know, go down and come back in 10 minutes, you know, really quick. So if he wants to make it a little wider, it does have a little bit of a curve at the end, which is not the end of the world, because the way the trail kind of goes like at an angle like that as it comes out, it's not a square in, you know, it doesn't make a perfect T. It kind of goes like this. So I wanted to kind of, once I got to that third pine right there, because I'm counting this one as the first one, second, third, the trail was kind of right there, but for me to go straight, or just go ahead and cut it over would have kind of saved them about, you know, 12 feet or whatever, and just made it easier to get onto the trail right there instead of keep going straight. So it's got a little curve, but I thought that was pretty practical. But that's about it. But I could straighten that out at the end if we make it a little wider. So no big deal. All right, let's head over to another spot. We got some stuff to do and we'll get that done. Okay, so pretty simple right here. We're just gonna skirt this line of pine trees right here, take out these smaller pines on this side of the bigger ones, and then go down there about where one of those down there is, and just make a little cul-de-sac, make a little turnaround area for his trailer so he can pull in here and make that turn. So pretty simple. Let's get it done. Okay guys, that should be big enough for him to pull in here and turn the trailer around. I always try to do some of this stuff a little bit conservative, because if you take too much, you can't put it back. So if they want me to make it a little bigger, that's too easy. We can just make another pass around or whatever. So I mean, it's not a very big area. So we got a nice straight line down through there. So you should be able to come in here, make that wide, you know, turn, and then you got plenty of room to go around that pine tree right there and turn around. It's just a little small trailer right there, so that should be enough, I would think. Probably need to trim these water oaks or these willow oaks right here a little bit, but that should be enough. But again, if he wants me to make it a little bigger, no big deal. Take me 5 minutes to go around that one more time and widen it up. So all right, we're gonna go. There's a ditch right here. We got to go back to there's another trail right here. We got to make another trail, so let's go back there and start that. All right, so here's the next thing we got to do. We have got to make another trail. So there's a couple different owners out here, and so this trail goes around down to that tree line and goes all the way around, then comes back out where I just came in right over there. Well, right there where that stop is, that's where the other guy, that's his part. There's not a real property line. This is just what the owners came up with. So that's him. So I've got, the owner for this side wants to make a trail so he doesn't have to use this guy's trail, so he can make a loop. So we're gonna cut a trail right between those two big hardwoods back there, probably double it up, and then I think he wants me to widen this trail going on back around to loop back around. I gotta check to see if he wanted it on the inside or the outside block of the block. So I gotta check that real quick, but that's what we're gonna do. So let's make a trail. road through there. Now the owner, he doesn't speak the best English. His son speaks perfect English, but the owner doesn't. So I met the owner out here on Monday. My understanding was right past those two gum trees there was a trail. Well, there's not a trail, there's a ditch. So I called him, but he didn't answer. So I don't know if they want me to just make a hard right and skirt that ditch and come back around and make a virgin trail. I don't even know if there's a trail over there. I'd have to walk over there and find out. So they've got a straight path through there. He's gonna be out here tomorrow around lunchtime. So if they want me to do that, that's fine. I don't think it'd take too long. Most of this growth is nothing serious to mow down. So we did that trail pretty easily and pretty quickly. I don't think it took me 5 minutes to make it to those trees. So that looks pretty good. Thank God I had something to aim for with those two gum trees right there, because making a straight trail with this machine is not easy. You'd think you just drive straight, but you start going through there and you hit the trees and they kind of take you in certain directions, and then this machine doesn't track exactly straight, so it pulls a little to the left, I think. So, you know, having an aim point really helps with that, you know, having a tree or a landmark to aim straight for. And typically what I do, like on this, I'll just keep whatever I'm aiming for situated right between these two hooks on the front guard. The Prenoth has one like dead center, so I would just aim that one like right at what I'm trying to aim at, and that typically works pretty good. So, all right, well, that's that. We're gonna go work on this front block and mow all that down, and because that's just a mow down job, so that'll be pretty fun, and that'll finish out the day. right, well, that was all kinds of glorious fun today. Got a good bit done in here today. It was very dusty. This part wasn't so bad, but some of the other areas I did, golly, the dust was awful. And between the sun glaring in my face and the dust, which I am wearing sunglasses, but even with sunglasses and the sun in my face and the dust, there were parts of this job today I couldn't even see what was in front of me. I couldn't even see the ground. That wasn't particularly fun. I love winter, but the sun in the wintertime, it hangs all day. It just hangs so low in the sky. It just seems like it's just right in your face all day. So, but we did get a good bit done in here. Got all this chewed up and chewed down. And I guess we'll work on this block come tomorrow until the owner gets here. See how he likes. I think the cul-de-sac is good. I think we're going to be good with that. He may want to widen that, but that'll take 10 minutes. That first cut I did is just right there. And then the other thing, I don't know what we're going to do over there, because he said that went to a trail, but it goes to a ditch and it doesn't really go anywhere. So I don't know, not sure yet. So worst comes to worst, we'll just work on this. I mean, this is probably a solid day's worth of work for me to finish this block right here, if I had to guess, or close to it. So that's that. I got to get this thing cleaned off. She is an absolute mess. The dust and the pine straw and all that good stuff. So much fun. So let me get her cleaned up, cleaned off, and we'll get out of here for the day and be back tomorrow. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will be back tomorrow. Bye, everybody.